não vou enviar as perguntas porque você já tem o material. Vou tentar criar esse material. Não é tão complicado. Acho que é bastante útil também. Eu envio
Sim,
uma que outra tipo de vocabulário que você que possa utilizar. Então, eu acho legal essa parte. Então,
boa,
boa noite, pessoal. Boa noite, Humberto. Estamos aqui
boa
para
noite.
iniciar a primeira reunião de nossa página this.is.unBoliviable. Eh, a ideia era iniciar com uma galera da Bolívia, mas aqui foi o Humberto, meu amigo, que já conheço de outras reuniões que já tínhamos, que vamos iniciar nossa primeira imersão. Hoje somos apenas a gente, mas você sabe, né? Essas coisas começam de a pouco, pouco a pouco, e assim vamos ir criando uma comunidade para treinar, para praticar o inglês, neste caso, também o português, no meu caso. Eh, e por o nosso conhecimento em uso, né? Tipo, usando na vida real. Vou explicar um pouco como funciona, como que vai ser o esquema desse tipo de reuniões, né? Normalmente eu vou abrir uma enquete de inscrições e as pessoas que se inscrever, eu vou enviar um convite para se unir nas reuniões que vai ser por via Zoom. E além disso, vou também providenciar um material onde vai estar incluído as perguntas que vamos fazer hoje, né? Vamos tentar responder. E também eu vi um pouco um material de apoio que poderia ser recursos no YouTube e também vocabulário útil que nós vamos utilizar também agora na imersão de hoje, na conversação de hoje, tá? É, é bom também iniciar com uma apresentação pessoal. Também assim a galera nos conhece melhor, me conhece melhor. E também aqui a gente começa a criar talvez uma relação mais próxima, né? Para ter mais confiança também para nos expressar, para compartilhar nossas experiências, hum, o jeito que nós também pensamos. Acho que é legal essa parte. Então, Huberto, pode se apresentar para a gente, por favor? Ah, acho que vamos iniciar essa parte em inglês mesmo, já?
Ok,
Então, good evening, guys. So we are gonna switch to English now. We are gonna try to do all of this part 100% in English, and it's important to know each other better. So it's why because we are gonna start with a self presentation. So Umberto, could you please introduce yourself to us?
okay. My name is Humberto. I'm happy to to is here because it's the first class. My English is not so good, but you try to to express my English here, and that's it. My name is Humberto. I'm from Belém, Pará, north of Brazil. I have two kids. I work with IT, uh, and that's it about me today. I like to spend time with my family, watch movie with my kids, play football. I'm not a good uh, player, but I try. I try.
Thank you so much, Umberto, and thank you so much for being here. Because as I already said, it's our first reunion in this page. So we're gonna try to do our best to put in practice our English acknowledge in English. So for those who
Yeah.
don't know me, my name is Christian Jimenez. I am from Bolivia. However, I currently live here in Brazil. I started this community, this page, because I would like to encourage people to practice either Portuguese, French, or English that we are doing right now. I'm gonna try to create more immersions or more reunions in French or even in Portuguese for those who want to practice this language. I already talked a little bit in Portuguese. I know that my Portuguese is not perfect. However, I'm trying to improve it as well because I'm living here in Brazil. That's it. A little bit about me. I work in IT area as a software developer. I am 37 years old, and I believe that's it a little bit about me. So let's start with our today's questions. I sent to you some material that it's included 15 questions, and let's tackle the first one, okay? So I would like to know from you, Umberto, what motivated you to start learning English? What is your main motivation, the prime one?
I think because my main motivation was because I use a lot English in my daily life. Because I work with IT, I need this in my work. I need to read uh, documentations and read many things in my job. And usually these documentations is are in English. Um, I think it's more because I need this in my work. And about you, what motivated you?
So in my case, nowadays, what motivates me to like to improve my English level, it's as well my work, my career. Even though I don't use English in my daily life, my daily basis, or in my daily work, because I work in for a Brazilian institute, so that I don't use English at all in my current position, neither Portuguese because I believe that 90% of my colleagues in my project, all of them are Latinos. So we we normally speak Spanish in our meetings. However, I would like to firstly, if it's possible, to find a job opportunity abroad. That's why I am trying to improve it so hard. We would like to move abroad with my wife, so that's why I started studying and put it in practice. It has been already 3 years that I really started studying English like intentionally.
Yeah,
Uh, so I believe that that's in general, in a nutshell, living abroad, finding a new job there, earning in dollars or earning in euros. I believe that is my main motivation, and as well, I would like to study a master degree in another country, not here in Latin America. And for that, obviously, if I would like to, for example, to study a master degree in Canada or in United States, I need a high level of English, at least a
yeah,
B2. So for that, I need to practice all of the four skills: writing, listening, speaking, and what is the other one? I'm reading. So yeah, I am trying to do that, and I
yeah.
believe that's nowadays. Yeah, go ahead.
Your English is so good. You speak very well.
No, it's not that good, but thank you so much. I am trying so hard every single day. So let's move on to the question number two. Umberto, could you please the question number two?
Okay. Can you remember the first time you heard English? What was the situation? Can you answer this question?
Yeah, I can do it. I do not remember specifically the first time that I heard the English. But I believe that the first thing that comes to my mind is the movies that we watched when I lived with my family. My parents, they always like brought to our house. They rented those like VHS. I don't know if you watched VHS. You are in of that age, but we didn't have DVDs or streaming at that time. So as we were kids, we were three siblings. So they rented some VHS about Disney movies. So all of them were in English, but they were with I remember that there were some that were like translated to Spanish, but when we grew up, there were like renting the others that were in English but with subtitles. So I believe that it was the one some memories that I have about English. Another is music, because as well is related with movies, because my father, he both some like the music of the movies, but in English. And so
Mhm.
I remember that it was the first like my first experience directly with English, with music, with movies. Yeah, that's it. And what about you, Umberto? Do you remember any specific experience?
I don't remember the first time, but I remember when I would like to learn English was when I start my career in, in São Paulo, and my colleagues watch a short video, and everyone laugh about the video, but me but I laugh uh, don't laugh because I don't understand it. I didn't understand that video because I don't speak I didn't speak English, uh, and I feel a little, I don't know, a little, I forget the name in English, but I don't feel I didn't feel so good in this day because I think everyone laugh about this video, but I'm I'm not. In that day, I start to study English, but I think today I start to I've been studying English with more frequency, uh, and that's it. I remember this day.
I just remembered an experience that I had with English as well. That when I was a kid as well, my one of my best friends, his brother, he I don't know how he got the cassette of Michael Jackson songs. And at that time, as I am Adventist, that's my religion. That's my religion. There were a lot of people who considered that Michael Jackson songs were like related to demons, to the
Yeah,
evil, something like that. And I remember
yeah,
that his brother has the cassette with the song "The Thriller," and we went to his house to listen to music. And obviously, we didn't understand anything. But when the music started, some of my friends got scared. I don't know why, because nobody understood the lyrics at that time, and he got out of the house, and he was screaming, and it was
yeah,
something that came to my mind now about English. Yeah, it was a funny experience.
yeah, yeah. Very good.
Okay. Let's move on to the question number three. Umberto, I would like to know as well from you, how do you usually practice English in your daily life? Let us know about
Uh,
your routine.
yeah, about my. I usually try to watch some videos. I read some books. Uh, I try to attend some meetings in English, but uh, in this year, I didn't practice so much because I'm work a lot and study a lot about AI. I think you too, because the entire IT company want this. But usually I try to read books, find some words that I I don't know, and try to translate or find out the meaning and try to understand this word. I try to watch movie is hard because the accent uh, accents, the I forget the word in Portuguese too, but the accent is so hard for me. I think I need to train more, and that's it. And you?
So I currently have a really strict routine for practicing English. I believe that first thing that I do is reading. I am preparing myself, by the way, I am preparing myself for taking the IELTS test in a couple of months. So that's why I'm training so hard. So I have some exercises about reading, that it's reading an essay and answer some question about the essay. After that, I try to speak a little bit. Even though I don't have so many chances to do that, I do that alone, or I use ChatGPT as well for like creating some question for me, and I
Yeah,
try to answer them like it would be a person who is in front of me. I believe that is a good exercise if you don't have so many opportunities to do that. Um, After that, during my work time, I put some podcast in English about English learning or language learning, or as well about motivation, about all of those things. So I stopped listening to music, and I replaced it by podcast. And I'm currently listening to British podcast because the IELTS is based on British accent and British vocabulary as
yes,
well. So that's why it's important to do that for me right now. So I started these meetings as well because I need to practice with real people, even though we are not present. We are here in an online meeting.
yeah,
It's crucial. It's essential. It's good because we are talking with another human being. It's not a machine
yeah.
that is over there. So yeah.
Yeah,
And mhm. Go ahead. Uh-huh.
it's important to train all things because I
Hmm.
train read a lot. I read very good, very well.
Hmm.
I write sometimes too. I listen music. I can understand when another uh, person talk with me, but I I don't train a lot my speak, and I feel like this is my main problem because when I write,
Hmm.
I I think with more I feel more comfortable and the words come more easily. But
Hmm.
when I try to speak, I think
Hmm.
I feel afraid the words missing in my I lost the word in my mind,
Hmm.
and I think it's important to train all the things
Yeah.
speak, listening, read. It's important. I want
Hmm.
to train more my speak when you feel more comfortable, uh, the words come uh, for you.
Yeah, yeah. I couldn't agree more with you. I can feel you as well. I believe that when you write, you have more time and you don't have the pressure that it's one person, for example, waiting for your answer or for your response. That's why it feels like writing is easier than speaking. Because when you speak, as I already said, there are a lot of people or a lot of another person who is waiting for your answer. That's why we feel that pressure. But as you
Yeah,
said, it's just practice, practice. The more you practice,
yeah,
the less you panic. So it's something that you had to do. And as a matter of fact, I am practicing a lot of writing because in the IELTS test, I need to write a letter. The first task is a letter, and the second task is an essay. So it's so tricky. It's so difficult. Yeah, I'm struggling yet, but yeah, I believe with more practice, I will be ready.
yeah.
So let's move on to the question number four. That is a good one. I would like to know from you, Umberto, what has been the most challenging part of learning English for you and why?
Mm, Today, I think it's to to find time for practice my English, but I don't know. I think learning English for me is so difficult. It's strange because usually I get the things so fast. I study something, I study some technology, I understand so fast. But English for me is more difficult. I don't know why. Maybe because I I think that my English is good when I can speak so good, but I I don't train this. It's I don't know if you got it. I study English, but I don't study the the principle speak. I think it's my challenge now is speak more and feel comfortable when I need to speak with another person because when I need to to speak about to talk about my career in Portuguese, I know I know how sell myself vender me vender I don't know, but in English I don't know, how I can put my ideas, and I feel so frustrated about this. But I think I know that learning anything take time, and I need to practice and have patience about my path, my journey until my goal.
Yeah, I completely agree about patience and as well be be kind with ourselves. We need to understand that it will be a process, a long process. I believe
Yeah,
that the first mistake that people normally do is thinking that they they will be fluent in 1 year or even in
yeah,
months. That it's impossible. You know, I believe that you can. You agree with me because you have been trying so hard to do the same to level up your English level. So yeah, I believe that's why people normally give up because they don't see like a huge progress in a short period of time, and they say no, I am not smart enough, or it's something that is not like me. It is not sorry, it is not for me, and perhaps I need to do something
yeah.
different. Yeah, so if we don't understand that, we will easily give up in the future. About me, I believe English has been as well so difficult, so difficult. I struggled so much. It's always as I always try to share as well, because I believe that it's important to show us vulnerable and not just appear here and say, "Oh, I already have this English level," as because perhaps I am quote unquote smart. I believe that it's not good. I believe it's important to be honest. So I struggled so much with English when I was in the high school, even in the university. I always needed some help, so I asked for help in my English test, and I started studying I forgot the word that I want to use, intentionally English when I turned 26 years old, and it was not because I wanted. It was because my job at that time, they gave me like a part of the The course, they paid like 70% of my course, and I paid just 30% of the course of English. That was an intensive course class of English in it was in 2014 when I started. But I got enrolled to the that institute just because my that help or that support that I got. It wasn't because I really wanted. That's why I believe that when I finished the course, I was not able to like to hold a basic conversation in English
Mhm.
at all. So after that I stopped practicing English and studying as well, and I returned 3 years ago when we decided to try to find a job abroad with my wife at that time, was my girlfriend. I believe that that was the key point or game changing point when I said, okay, I really need to improve it. I want to do it differently, and I believe that was an important moment on my English
Yeah,
learning journey when it's something that was meaningful for me. Like I would like to move abroad. I would like to live abroad. I would like to work abroad. So that combination, I believe that they changed my life. As I already said, it was a game-changing moment in my English learning process. Yeah, but at the beginning it was so difficult, so it's important to remark that.
yeah.
Uh, yeah. Do you have any
I
question about this?
no no. I start to study English in the last year because I studied in a public school here.
Hmm.
Don't don't have many school with English in,
Hmm.
in class, and I start in the last year. But it's hard. But I try to study every single day.
Yeah, it's important to practice. It doesn't matter if it's just 15, 20 minutes. It's
Yeah,
gonna impact your learning process.
the
So,
frequency
Umberto, let's
is so
yeah,
important.
frequency, it's crucial.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the question number five. We have 27 minutes left. So, which English skill do you enjoy the most? Speaking, listening, reading, or writing, and why?
Today I like so much to reading because I like to watch movies, and I like to watch movies in how can I say this, uh, in modern language. This film in modern language, I don't know, because you can feel the feelings about the situations. I like so much to listen music, to listen the music and understand what the the song brings to you. I think for me, I like so much. I enjoy to listen things in English. And about you?
So
No,
I I would say that I currently love speaking because I can do it. You know,
yeah,
the when you start like feeling that I can do it, I am doing it, you get excited. So and you know for someone who don't know English, when a person starts speaking, it's something like can be impressing. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So and you know in English the most important skill if you want to demonstrate that you really know English is because is you being there and speaking and saying something
yeah,
or expressing something or interacting with a native speaker. That's the proof. Even though despite you have like a certificate of your English course that you completed, if you cannot do that, nobody somebody will say no. You don't. You just have the certificate. You are not capable to do that. I believe that the best certificate to do that is like doing that in
yeah,
flesh, in
yeah,
real life.
exactly.
Yeah, but however, I am starting. Uh, I starting to like writing as well. Even though it's tricky and even though it's something that I don't like to do, even in my mother tongue, that mother language that is Spanish, I don't like writing. It's something that I don't do daily. I believe that I write better in English than in Spanish nowadays.
Okay.
I'm starting to like that. It's interesting because I believe that when you feel afraid to do that, and but you start like defeating it day after day, I believe that you start liking it. I'm not sure if I can use liking in ing. You start to like to this skill, and I believe this happening to me with writing with that skill. Yeah, I would say that it's my answer. And yeah, I'm gonna add a question that is not here on our list. What is the skill that you don't like between the four?
Mm, I like this four skill, but let me see. I think I like to speak, but I don't feel so comfortable to, today, and I feel a little afraid when I need to speak with someone because it's hard to to speak about something that you don't know. You got. Uh,
Yeah, yeah, I got it.
Yeah, but I think I know. I believe this is part of process, and I will go ahead with this. And in the future, I will speak about my. I enjoy more speak because I want this. But
Hmm.
today, speak I like less because it's my weak,
Uh, uh
my weakness in English.
hmm. Yeah, and something that I want to say, it's important to face that. Like, I'm not sure if I can use the word fear. But you said that the skill that you don't like about the four the principle is speaking, but you are doing that right now and in live. You
Yeah,
are on YouTube now, so you are like forcing yourself. So when you finish this immersion or this meeting, you have to feel so proud of yourself because you are
yeah,
facing it. And I believe that that feelings is something that like start encouraging you to do more, to do it more. You know.
yeah,
uh,
exactly.
in my case, the and a skill that I don't like so much nowadays is the listening. It's not because I cannot listen. It's because, as I already said, I am preparing myself for the test, and I am struggling so much on listening because, from my view, it's so tricky because it's not like you have to listen something and they give you the answer like clearly. You need to understand and then repeat all of the answer options, and you have to like hear the exact moment that the person is saying the answer. And it's not it is not that you have to like you cannot misspell it. You have to write it correctly. You don't have options like to choose. I believe
Mm,
that 80% of the listening part on IELTS, you need to write the word that you heard, and it has to be the correct word, and it has to be corrected spelled. So I believe that it's traumatizing me. That's why I don't like the listening skill. You know?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Listen
yeah, but
is hard when the another people speak so fast.
uh,
You I get back the video, try, but I don't get the
mhm.
words, and I need to put the closed caption.
Yeah, yeah, I can feel you.
But
Thank you so much, Humberto, for sharing. Let's move on to the question number. This is the question number 6. Can you read and answer, please?
okay, Uh, have you ever visited or lived in an English-speaking country? What was the experience like? I didn't go abroad. I didn't leave Brazil. I don't have that experience yet, but in the future, I want. And about you?
Okay, but let's change the questions because you didn't have that experience yet, but I'm sure that you will. Have you ever had the experience or the opportunity to talk with an native English speaker, like American or like England person, perhaps? Did you have that experience?
Yeah, yeah. This experience, that experience I had when my friends they live for a while in France, and there he he know a Poland girl, and I think let me see. I don't remember the year, but that girl come to Brazil, and she tried to speak with me, but I, I, I didn't speak nothing in English. We tried to talk a little bit, but uh, didn't work because I I think in this year I only knew to introduce myself only, and that's it. I would like to talk more with her because I think it's cool to know about another country with the people that live there and born there, but my English was so bad. I didn't have any English in the past.
That is, thank you so much for sharing your experience. In my case, yeah, I had the opportunity to travel to Europe once. I went to Ireland because my family was living over there in 2015. They lived there for almost 4 years. So at that time, me and my brother, we went there for visiting them. At that time, as you, I didn't have I had a really low level of English. I struggled so much in the immigration process. I remember that I was not able to like answer the question of officer. I'm not sure if I can say the officer, but the guy who asked the question in the airport.
Yeah.
Uh, I stayed there for three s- three 3 weeks, and it was like a full immersion. However, it was so difficult to me because I couldn't speak English at all. Yeah, but I exchanged some ideas like where I was from and all of those kind of information, that kind of information. And as well, I went to the United States. However, in the United States, in the place that we were, there were a lot of Latinos over there. So, for example, in the state of Florida, you don't have to speak English at all because there are a lot of Cubanos,
Yeah.
Venezuela, and a lot of people who speak Spanish. So for me, it's not necessary to speak English in Florida. In New York, it's not like in Florida, but yeah, you can find Latinos easily and Brazilian people as well. Uh, yeah, but I didn't have like a full immersion in English when I had those opportunities to go to an English speaking countries. Yeah, and that's it about me. Let's move on to the question number.
Okay. I will
Let me
I
see here.
will
Do you have
ask
any question?
another. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you need when did did you need to learn Portuguese?
Mhm.
Was difficult or not?
So, as a matter of fact, I didn't study Portuguese, but I need to because if I want to get the Brazilian passport, I will have to take an Portuguese exam as well to show my proficiency on Portuguese. However, I didn't study Portuguese. I learned it in Flash. I had the opportunity to come here to Brazil in 2014 because of my job, and I stayed here for 3 months. And that time was like not obviously that time was enough. It was not enough, obviously, because until now I struggle in Portuguese in like in pronunciation or conjugating the verbs, even more in on writing. My writing in Portuguese is really, really it's terrible.
Me
But I
too.
learned it with I learned it with that experience, and now I am improving my speaking. Now that I live here, but I didn't study Portuguese. But you know, between between Portuguese and Spanish, there are a lot of words that are the same, just the pronunciation that you have to change. Yeah, but in general, it's not that difficult to learn for a Spanish speaking person. It's not that difficult to learn Portuguese. You just need the immersion, but it's not the same like for a person who speaks Spanish to go to English. For my view, it's like that. So that's how I learned Portuguese.
Yeah, very good.
Yeah. So let's move on to our next question. We have around 10 minutes because finishing our reunion. Let's move to the question number. I'm gonna skip the 7th one because I believe that the 8th one is a little more interesting. Yeah. So, Umberto, what are your goals in learning English? Do you have any specific goals? We already mentioned it some, but perhaps you want to tell us another.
Yeah, I have my main goal is to work in a international company and earning dollar because I want to retire. I don't know. Uh, um, Early and enjoy my family early. I think it's my first goal to learn English because I want this opportunity to work abroad and and retire myself early. I like to enjoy my family, to live next to the beach. Here in Belém, there are many beaches, and it's good to live here because it's so hot, but we have some place to, and that's it. I think earning in dollar.
Mhm. Yeah, I believe that is the one like something that we have in common. I would like to. I am trying to improve it because of that. I would like to work abroad or at least for a multinational company and use my English in my daily work because, as I already said, I don't use it at all. I would like to have more chances to speak in English with colleagues or perhaps talking about our our job that is IT in our case. So, but I don't have the chance. Uh, and as well, I like you mentioned something that it's really interesting that it's like retired earlier because you
Yeah,
know it's not like here it's not like a problem, quote unquote, it here in Brazil. The same happens in Bolivia that you have to work until get like 70 or 60, 65, I believe is the age for retiring in Bolivia. So it's something sad that you have to work at until that age for retiring and
yeah,
finally, as you said, start enjoying the life, your perhaps your family, your savings, your money.
yeah.
Yeah, and I would like to have the chance to do that earlier. And I believe that's working abroad or earning in euros or in dollars is the only chance. I know that people achieve this even living here in South America, but I believe that it's so difficult from my view, from my point of view.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I don't want a lot. I want
enough.
the enough exactly to live good with my family. Only this.
Yeah. Yeah, it's something I tell my wife all the time. I don't want to be rich, a billionaire. Obviously, I'm not sure if I will be able to do that. I just want to have a good life, my house, my car, but not like something luxury, you know? It's something like normal but enough and don't have
Yeah,
debts.
exactly. Exactly, exactly. I have a phrase. I don't know how to speak in English. I will speak em português.
Uh-huh.
É, só não é rico quem precisa de muito. Eu preciso de
Uh-huh.
pouco, então já sou rico. Tenho minha família, tenho minhas coisas. I want this.
Yeah, me too. Thank you so much, Umberto, for sharing. Let's move on to the ninth one. We have time for, I believe that we can answer two more. The answer is like really interesting. Is there someone who inspires you to learn English or perhaps inspired in the past? It can be a teacher or celebrity, a friend, a family member. Do you have any in mind?
Let me see. I think in my family, I'm the first guy to try to learn English. Uh, I think I don't know. I think my kids, like I said before, I want to retire early, and my kids inspire me because I like to enjoy my time with my two kids. And about you?
Yeah, it's a good point that you said it because they inspire you, but not directly because of the language learning. They inspire you in another way.
Yeah,
It's a good
exactly.
answer. It's a good answer. Yeah, from my view, talking about specifically English, I believe that it was my mother because when she went to Ireland, she went there without any knowledge of English. It was like she was just a really basic English level, but despite that, she decided to go there and face that, study English over there and work at the same time. And it was, I believe that it was really difficult. She never told us how it was for her, but finally she reached that good English level. She started working as a nurse over there. She got a job in his profession that was amazing. Yeah, and she inspires me uh, directly about English. Yeah, my mother in this case.
Very good.
Yeah, let's move on to the next question. Let me see which. Do you want to pick one? Pick one question. You can pick between the
Okay,
question 10 and 15.
let me see. Uh,
Take your
okay,
time.
the 12. Do you prefer learning English alone or with others? Why?
So I believe that I became like a solo person since I started working from home due to pandemic. I believe that I started being like solo person, as already said. However, I believe that it's important to create a community if you want to practice English, because it's not because it's not the fact that you have to speak with with other people. It is well you when you talk with others, you exchange knowledge because as I already said, for example, I'm sure that you learned something from the things that I said. It can be something grammatical, it can be an expression, or it can be something about the pronunciation, and something, and it's something reciprocal. I learned a lot of things, or at least I fixed some information that I knew from things that you mentioned. It can be perhaps a word that I don't used to use frequently, but you today you said something like that, and I believe that it's important. It's something amazing when you exchange that information with people, and I prefer to do that with people, because with AI you can do it, but it's a machine over there. It's something that doesn't have a soul. You know, it's like
Yeah,
something that is like try to find information on internet, and it shows you the result, but it's different with a person. You know, so yeah, so it's like 50-50. I like to do it alone. However, I know that it's important. And I like to do it with different people as well. And what about you, Umberto?
yeah, I agree with all your phrase words. I think I like to study alone, but I think in my environment it's a controlled environment. I think we need to talk with another person because there are another accent or another ideas about the same thing. I think the English is about communication, and communication you need uh, another people's. Like you said, I think it's a mix. You need to prepare yourself, but you need to prove yourself. And when you speak with another person, you prove yourself. And today, I don't know. I think I I work a lot alone. I think in the least times, I don't know. I think I prefer to talk with another persons. And today I attend my meetings. In the past, I have some work. I will stay in my desk. Today I like to speak with another people with more frequency because I don't know. I like to speak with another persons. It's important for work, for a job, for English improve. That's it.
Yeah, that's it. I completely agree. It's essential to practice with other person, well, with other people, sorry.
Yeah.
So that's it. We run out of time. So let's switch to português. Eu vou continuar gastando meu português com você também para
Boa.
encorajar as pessoas que querem praticar português. Estão convidados para fazer parte dessa comunidade que está iniciando aos poucos. Vamos ser uma grande comunidade. E queria aproveitar, foi quase como uma entrevista, né?
É,
Aí
mas
perguntando tipo,
foi muito
sabendo mais um
legal.
pouco mais. Foi legal mesmo. E eu queria saber como que foi para você essa primeira reunião que nós tivemos aqui na comunidade Unbelievable.
Olha, primeiramente, cara, eu queria te parabenizar pela iniciativa aí, principalmente ali com foco com teu país, assim, eu acho isso muito legal. Eu quero fazer isso também aqui no meu estado, no futuro. Fico feliz de estar fazendo parte da primeira aula. Eu acho que quando tu tá ali no início é legal. Quando tiver muito grande, eu falo, pô, tá, procura a primeira aula que tu vai me achar lá. Então, muito bacana aqui a conversa, a iniciativa, e queria agradecer e te dar os parabéns, cara, pela iniciativa.
Cara, eu que agradeço, porque como você falou, quando você inicia alguma coisa nova, né? Você sempre fica na expectativa, será que alguém vai comparecer? E felizmente foi você, eu já conhecia você. E assim, aos poucos vamos avançando. Vamos deixar essas gravações aqui no YouTube também, para, como você falou, aqui aos poucos, se nos tornar uma comunidade grande, aí vamos voltar para o primeiro vídeo e vamos ver quem foram que iniciaram. Os
Com
pioneiros.
certeza. Os
E
pioneiros.
é isso mesmo. Vamos aí aos poucos avançando e muito obrigado. Vou tentar fazer mais uma imersão, pelo menos antes de sair de férias, ou uma reunião a semana que vem, e vou postar aí no LinkedIn também, tá bom?
Pode deixar, conta comigo.
Obrigado, Humberto. Até mais. Bom descanso.
Obrigadão, boa
Tchau,
noite.
tchau.
Tchau, tchau.
Tchau, tchau.